but still I do have according to the right count.
My name's Robert.
Robert Howard.
Howard?
Yeah.
Howard?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's up with the name?
So when was the last time you thought about where you live? The shape of the earth?
Huh?
When was the last time you thought about the shape of the earth?
Shape of the earth?
Yeah. Do you believe it's a ball?
Do I believe in what?
Do you believe it's a ball? Like a globe?
Oh, yeah, evolve. Oh,
Do you believe it's a globe?
Yeah, I do.
Can you give me one reason why you believe that?
For example, we were born. I mean, originally the human being was evolved, right? No.
Well, you believe in evolution too?
Yeah, evolution. Yeah, of course. Who created it? Who created us? Not Jesus or not God, but we evolved.
Okay.
We evolved, right?
I know it's a level plane. It's not a ball.
Oh.
You know how I know? Because I know what water does. So when you fill up a cup of water, the top of it, it's level, right?
Yeah.
If you go to the bathtub, right, and you fill it up with water, right, it's level,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
You go to the swimming pool, and you fill it up with water, it's level on top, right?
Uh-huh.
You go to the lake, you fill it up with water, it's level. That's how we build dams and canals. We know that the water is going to level off.
Right, right.
The ocean's level too.
Okay.
So how could this place is covered in it, the earth?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. So how could 70% level be a ball?
I see what you mean.
Okay. So now there's no outer space. You know how I know?
How?
Because we live in an air pressure system. There's air pressure.
Correct. I
Okay.
understand.
You understand air pressure?
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to create a different air pressure right here, like let's say I wanted to create a vacuum right here, what would be the first thing I need?
Air?
A container.
Container, okay.
I would have to build a container and then suck all the air out of it, right?
Right,
And then it'd have to be sealed.
right.
Because if it wasn't sealed, what would happen? All the air would go into it. It would
Right.
just equilibrate to the surrounding environment.
I see.
So we live in a container of some kind. We have to, because we have air pressure. Because like that tire right there on that big rig is 110 pounds of pressure in that tire.
Right.
So if I went and popped a hole in it, what would happen?
Okay.
All the air would come out of it and it would just be equilibrate.
Mm-hmm.
There wouldn't be no more air pressure in that tire.
I see. I see. You're going up in the air and higher.
Now there's
higher.
another way you can tell that it's level, Howard. We live on a level plane. Okay? The higher, no matter how high you go, the horizon that you see is always at your eye level.
Correct.
No matter how high you go.
Okay.
You go in an airplane, it's still, the horizon's right at your eye level.
Okay.
Now on a ball, okay, no matter what size, as soon as you ascended, as you ascended higher and higher, the horizon would drop all around you. 360 degrees around you, it would drop away. So you'd have to look down to see the horizon. No, again. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, that is correct. What you're saying is right. Yeah.
Right. So these are everyday observations that everybody knows.
Right.
This is reality.
Correct.
Now, what you're being told, and you've been taught your whole life, like me, when you were a little kid in the classroom, there was a ball.
Mm-hmm.
It was a globe.
Mm-hmm.
It was made of plastic.
Right.
And they pointed at it and said, that's where you live.
Correct.
Remember?
Right.
Did you ever think to yourself, how does the water stay on that?
Yeah, I misunderstood the meaning of evolve. You know, I mean I thought it was the meaning of that was evolving. You know, the human beings also evolved. You know, that's what
I would say that there's a lot of evidence. It's too perfectly created. I mean, everything works like clockwork. So I would say that the evidence leads to me to believe that we were created. We didn't just show up from nothing. Like science teaches you, the scientists, they say that we came from a rock.
We've been created. I don't think that's what it is. How? Who's going to create us?
See, I don't know.
See?
But
Yeah.
look, this is the reason I want to study natural science, is so that I can take my observations of natural substances and try and determine where I live. Because I don't believe I was told the truth. I don't believe I live on a ball spinning in space.
You don't believe that?
No, because we live on a level plane.
But we don't realize that because it's just moving very, very slowly, which we cannot even notice. I mean, how about
Okay, you know.
how about if you go up in the very high the altitude and there's no air. I mean, the lack of air, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
different pressure things,
Okay, hold on.
How are you going to believe that? Then?
Okay, look. The reason there's more pressure down here than up there is because you're underneath all that air. See, air has weight to it. Air is like water, right? So when you're down here, you have all the weight of the atmosphere, miles and miles of it above your head.
Okay.
So as you ascend, there's less and less air above your head. So when you get higher and higher, there's less pressure.
Okay, if it is everybody and everything's just leveled up, then why, when you actually toast the ball too high, right, up, and then why is it dropping down?
The ball, okay, is actually heavier than the air. So the air, it falls through the air because it's heavier than the air. Like a balloon will rise because it's lighter than the air. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
But before gravity,
yeah, gravity things that I was talking about.
that's just a theory. But before that, everybody knew that it was buoyancy and density. That's how they explain things dropping and falling. It's just the weight of the object.
I see.
It's lighter. If it's lighter than the air, it'll rise. If it's heavier than the air, it'll fall. It's a good question. Just trying to test your critical thinking. What you've been taught is not the truth. This is what they taught you. I don't know if you know this. This is what they taught in school. That's how they taught me. They said that I'm spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Okay? Like this. Rotating. I'm going around the sun 60,000 miles an hour. The sun and all the planets and the solar system is moving around the Milky Way galaxy at 500,000 miles an hour.
Okay.
And the Milky Way galaxy is shooting off into space, rotating around something, they don't know what, but at 6 million miles per hour. All those movements. And yet, I don't feel any of it. I know if I go up an elevator, I can feel it. If I go down the elevator, I can feel it. But they say I'm spinning 1,000 miles an hour. Now there's if you Google it, you can find 5 experiments. They're not taught in school, they're not taught in college, that prove the Earth doesn't move. They were trying to prove that it did move. They were trying to find out if the Earth was moving, and they couldn't prove it. There's 5 experiments. I know 3 of them right offhand. There's Michelson-Morley, Sagnac, and Aries failure.
Wow, I never heard that. This is the first
Nobody
time
has.
I'm hearing from you.
But anyways, on YouTube, this is a really big thing. People are trying to figure out where we live, and they know they've been told lies because of these natural substances, like water. Water's always level. It doesn't conform to the outside of a shape, any shape. If you pour water on a ball, I don't know what's wrong with my flashlight.
I see. I don't know.
Neither do I.
That is true or not. I'll try to find out.
Just do your own experiments. Do your own observations.
Whatever you said to me a minute ago about the water stops and the ball things, and yeah,
makes a lot of sense, correct?
It is correct, right? It is correct. But on the other hand, those are the things there for the fact that what we've been told. you know, from
Right, from the authority,
yeah, from the authority, which is correct too.
right?
But what you're saying is correct too. But you know, there's a little differences between those two. So, you know.
So what they've been telling you is mathematical. It's called subjective
Okay.
science.
Yeah.
Okay, they're using theories and ideas, and they're trying to say, like, they look at the sky, okay, and they make up stories. Okay. Do you know NASA?
You never know that it's true or not. However, you know, we've been taught that's been that way. That's how we, you know, supposed to believe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And those are the people like the mathematicians and all those the scientist people. They are the one actually who's you know, telling us about the stories. But what you're telling me is that there is another way to prove that kind of stuff. You know. Which is good, but
Natural science,
Natural
observation, demonstration. You're actually demonstrating what the physical world
what
is,
it?
reality.
Yeah, reality.
Right.
Yeah.
Mathematics does not represent reality.
And however, there are a lot of stuff that we've been taught, you know, we cannot even prove, right? Some of the
Sure,
stuff.
we can though. We have the ability and the technology now to explore this place, to find out what it is.
No, like I said, like you said, at the 1,000 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour is spinning, you know,
Right.
which we cannot even feel, you know. And
But we can prove that. We can prove by experiment whether or not we're
it's
moving.
true or not.
Right. There's
Okay.
5 experiments you can Google.
So okay.
Just Google experiments that prove the Earth doesn't move, and you'll find 5.
See, that's okay. I haven't seen that yet, but
These are
that's
things
really
that you should.
interesting matter.
These are things that you should, you know, investigate and do your own research. I don't want you to believe me.
No, I mean,
I want you to do your own research and develop your own critical thought.
no, I'm not. It's not the matter of believing you or not. It's just the fact that something that I can prove, something that I cannot do. So something that I cannot do, that I have to depending on the people who already, you know, did the research on those facts that was written in the books that we studied, you know. So that's how we believe in the fact, you know, those facts.
Do you believe the government tells the truth?
Sometimes yes, sometimes don't, right?
Okay.
Not 100%.
So they do lie.
They do lie, yeah, of course.
So
Depending on.
do you think they
benefit.
would lie about the shape of the Earth?
Well, that is not proved by the government, all right? Was approved by the scientists and
NASA?
NASA could be one of them too.
Okay, so NASA, if you go to their website, right, they have all these pictures, right? They're images.
Yeah.
They admit that they're images.
Mhm.
They're not real photographs.
Okay.
They admit it
They admit
on
it?
their website. They admit that they're not real photographs.
Why
They're,
do
they're
they have
images.
to do that way? Why are they lying?
Okay, they're not lying. They're
I
telling
mean,
the truth.
What
They're saying that none of the pictures on their website or anything that they've ever produced is a real photograph. Do you know why they say that?
I don't know.
Because a guy like me, I would take him to court and make him prove it.
Oh.
See, they say they're images, and I believe them because they are images. They're not a photograph. Now let me show you a picture, a real photograph from a balloon, 120,000 feet.